Yeah.
What's your name again, ma'am?
My name's Mary Athleen Wilese. I was a maiden, Sharon, and my brother bought this farm with a partner, Jess Mills. My brother's name was Paul Eugene, and they had homes, so they didn't want this home. And we were a young couple. We were looking for a place to build down here. So they offered it to us. We bought it sight unseen. We didn't get to come back and look at it.
How long ago was that?
We've been here 43 years.
40-something years. Because I remember, like I said, when I originally was here in '58, it was the asbestos shingles and things on it. And what do you have? You still have the original front door
we do.
in the home here.
My husband threatened to throw it out because he didn't think it looked good, but I said, no, we can't do that. And we did keep the original doorbell. My flyers have always on everything. Put some security up here. I don't know why. Nobody's ever come back.
Because I noticed that glass is still pretty thick.
Yeah, and I want to refinish it. I just retired last year, so when I get time, I'm going to do it. But we have the original doorbell as well.
Oh.
Which is would never see one of these now.
Okay.
It's got a little tricycle bell on the inside, and when you turn it, it rings the bell inside. Of course, you can't get to it because we keep the thing locked out here.
Oh, okay. So you've been here 43 years, and the original home, you're saying, was up in the front part of the property then?
Yes, it's really where that trailer, sitting up there, is the original home.
Okay.
We had a lot of problems with young people on the road doing things they shouldn't, and I think they actually got in it. This had the silo. This had the great big mangers in it where you could pitch the silo and stuff out.
Yeah.
And but this one burnt down. This one up here burnt down.
Okay.
But you have, like, say, when you're not close, we couldn't keep a mailbox up.
Okay, so the original cattle barn was over that way.
Right, and they had painted them both black. They were good, but a lot of things have. Yeah.
So how many acres do you own?
We just own 20. We have
20.
The shot here, right here. We go to that fence there, and just a 20 miles.
What was
two of it's in yards. So
what was the original acreage? Do you remember?
I think it was like 365, something like that. All of it. It goes from the road there, clear back to that fence there. The original property does. My sister lives on part of the land here. I have a first cousin, second cousin that bought the house here. She's actually selling it now. My brother, my youngest brother, of course, we're all siblings of the man that bought the farm with his partner, David Sharon. He owns 5 acres up here, or 10. And Eugene owns that strip there. The Powerses now own this, which is kinfolk.
Yeah.
My grandmother was a Powers.
Chick Powers?
Chick Powers, yeah.
I think Chick Powers.
Yeah. I was married to my dad's sister. He had one sibling. They had a girl, then they lost 5 babies, then I had my dad.
Because on my granddaddy's draft notice, well, it wasn't the draft, he was in World War I, and they listed this here as his residence.
Yeah, there was a lot of kids that grew up here, evidently. Chick had 7 children of his own, and the 2 big rooms upstairs, which are pretty well the same, except we've insulated and put drywall up.
Chick, when I lived here, his house was on Highway 60.
Chick Mills.
Chick Mills you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Chick Powers, excuse me.
You're thinking about Daddy Chick.
Yeah.
At one time, there's 365 acres here that belonged to the Hunts. Edgar Hunt's property was on the back side of this one, over on the other side of that barn. So Edgar and it was Wilson Shotwell Hunt Sr. and his brother Edgar owned this property. And if we go about 10 miles from here, John Crumball Hull Hunt also owned a farm, which was Shotwell's dad at that time, well, senior. Of course, this home was been there 43 years. First time I saw it was in 1958. We came here and with Hallie and went fishing. This had asbestos shingles on it. And of course, they have redone it, and they left the original door to the house that was here. Okay, the All Girls Academy.
It's in Bethlehem Academy. It's over towards New Haven, Bardstown, that area. My mother went there as well. I think if it's the same school, it's an all-girl boarding school, and it went to, well, you could go clear through high school. But my mother they had a class reunion for all those people that were still alive not too long ago.
Okay, because I have pictures. They were in the 8th grade.
Yeah, my mother had to come out in the 8th grade because
Yeah,
her father.
that was the graduation,
well,
8th grade.
Her father passed away, and she had to come home and help raise her siblings. So she didn't get to finish her school.
Okay.
But
So that's the academy there.
But-
Let's back up. Okay, who you knew Wilson Hunt?
I knew Wilson Hunt. He was a principal at my high school when I graduated from Flaherty back in 1968. He was a good friend of my father, which was Paul Zachary Sharon, that lived in the center of Flaherty, and his wife taught me in the 3rd grade, Mrs. Hunt.
Now he eventually was the superintendent, wasn't
Yes,
he?
he was. Yes, he did. Well, he was the superintendent. I don't know if he ever got to be superintendent or not.
Okay.
But he was the principal at Flaherty. There was a big fiasco about spanking one time and caused a lot of problems, and I think he got out of the business at that time.
Yeah.
Which the guy, I'm sure, needed the spanking. It just, it's when lawyers and lawsuits got too much involved and started getting too involved. But anyway, I have a group of ladies that I get together with every so often, and didn't know it. I've been doing it for about 10 years, and just a couple of years ago realized that one of the women was Mr. and Mrs. Hunt's daughter, Rose Cooper.
Cooper, yes. I've got her on the computer. Yep.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that, and we just had a great time because we go down to this lady's cabin and spend a couple of weekends every year. Mm-hmm. And when I realized that, it just astounded me that she was so much like her mother. Mm-hmm. You know, such a pleasant lady and so artistic, and Miss Hunt was always that way.
And then the Shot Hunt Road was created when my grandfather was in the CC, the Conservational Corps, and he had the road built.
This road out here?
Yeah,
It used to come back through here. That road extended through our driveway, and then there's a path straight through our woods. It comes out by there's a log cabin over there that it comes out past it, and of course we've closed it up. I guess we could have thought and had them keep it open, but we didn't want people coming to our property anyway.
So he had the road built on government to his house by the government, and then he took, and they didn't know what to call it, and since his middle name was Shotwell, they just call it the Shot Hunt Road. So that's how
it got its name.
That's how it's got its name. So
That's all astounding.
you know the history behind that one.